All right. Good morning and welcome to everyone joining us. Good morning and welcome to everyone joining us live on YouTube and TikTok Live. On behalf of the organizing committee, I'd like to extend our warmest greetings and appreciation to all of you for tuning in today's webinar titled International Trade in a Modern Geopolitical Context. This session aims to explore how international trade has evolved alongside global politics and how shifting alliance, policies, and economic strategies continue to shape modern world. To all our viewers watching online, whether on YouTube or TikTok Live, we encourage you to stay engaged throughout the session. Feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the live chat, and we'll be highlighting some of them during our Q&A segment later. Once again, thank you for being part of this live session, and let's begin this insightful discussion on international trade in modern geopolitical context. Okay, before we continue, just a quick reminder to all of our viewers watching live, YouTube, TikTok, please don't forget to complete your registration and attendance form. The link is available in the YouTube live chat and also in the video description below. Okay, kindly make sure to submit your detail before the session ends. All right, let me start. Let me introduce you to our distinguished panel for today. Professor Farha Abdul Ghaffur from UPTM. She is a senior academic researcher and consultant specializing in economics, finance, and sustainable supply chain management. She currently serves as professor and deputy director of the Research Inculturation Unit at University Polytechnic Malaysia, UPTM. With over 20 years of experience in higher education, she has held various leadership roles in both public and private university, including dean and acting Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic. Okay, Dr. Farha also holds a PhD in Economics from Monash University, an MBA from UITM, and Bachelor Science from University Missouri, USA. Her teaching expertise span from financial management, investment analysis, managerial economy, and research method across undergraduate and postgraduate level. She is known for integrating practical policy perspective into classroom, teaching, and academic supervision. To add more, she has been actively involved in research initiatives and has secured over 250K ringgit Malaysia in research grant. Her research covered themes such as financial literacy, carbon emission reduction, rural economic development, and transport accessibility. She has regularly present at national and international conference. Okay, she is also a consultant for agencies such as MARA and SIRIN, focusing on public transportation planning, SME innovation, and economic empowerment. Her expertise is frequently sought for community-based studies and impact assessment. Recently, she was awarded the professional designation for chartered member of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, CMILT, a recognition that enhances her ability to lead in logistic education, secure research grant, and contribute meaningful to national transport development. She is also a passionate educator and adventurer. To add more, she is also scuba diver and avid mountaineer. All right, her dynamic leadership and commitment to knowledge sharing continue to inspire academic and professional community. Okay, that was a lengthy introduction for me also. All right, Prof, I think
Thank
we
you.
should
Yeah.
begin our discussion and thoughts. Okay,
Yeah,
I'd start
yes.
this with a questions. Okay, let's start with the basic before we diving deeper.
Mm,
All right.
mm.
Could you share with us what exactly we mean by international trade and why it's such an important foundation for global economy for today?
Okay. All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Thank you, Eddie, for your introduction. Yeah, it's very lengthy.
It's a very lengthy one.
All right. Okay. What is actually international trade, right? So it's like this. Because no nation exists by themselves, right? Because we need, it's not, we cannot be alone and in economic isolation. So all aspects of nation's economy are linked to economies of trading partners through international movement of goods and services, okay, of labor, all right, business enterprises, investment funds, and also technology. Okay, just like when you woke up, right? You look at yourself, kan? You look at yourself, or you have to, you just imagine like your, like for me, your tudung is from where, right? The cloth is actually from where, and the watch you are wearing is from where, right? And the shoes you are wearing from where. So it's like, it's not all Malaysian made, right? It's not. So that's why we are doing this trading. The goods and services must actually change hands. So we need each other actually in this global world, in this global. So high degree of economic independence effects, historical evolution of economic and also political orders. All right, increasing integration, okay, into activities of foreign countries. So that's why, like I said just now, we are not living alone. So we are actually uh, uh, doing business, okay, with other parts of the world as well, foreign countries. So economic interdependence is complex, and it's even, and actually also uneven. So that's why some felt that they are not getting much more than the others. Okay, so that's why you have to be it's actually a very challenging world right now. A very challenging world right now. So what is actually globalization? So it's a process of greater interdependence, okay, between countries and also their citizens. So increased interaction of product and resources markets, okay, via trading, okay, immigration, in fact, immigration, and also foreign investment. Okay, foreign investment. Okay, FDI must comes in. Or else then if you are just doing it alone, we are not capable. With our own capital only, we are not capable. So we need to have like foreign direct investment into the country. And also includes non-economic elements lah. Okay, like ideas, culture, things like that. And also environment. So the forces of driving globalization. All right. So it's like technological change. Okay, in transport technology, okay, information technology, and also communication technology. All right, so if you want to talk about transport technology, so I just graduated with the professional set of the CMILT, right? So we want
Yeah.
to talk about transport technology. So it's like because if we go back to the, let's say, wave of the globalization, right? So it was like let's say it was in the first wave was let's say from the 1870s to the 1914, right? So we still use steam engine, okay, things like that, right? So steam engine, also telegraph, electricity, internal combustion engine, okay. But the second wave, which in the 1944 and also 1980, right? So we straight away go to the container shipping now, okay, and we have the jet planes, right? So the mode of transportation, right, is actually getting faster, should I say, getting faster. Uh, so and then communication satellites, and then we have televisions, all right, and then the third wave we have got the 19 from the 1980 to the present. Okay, now we have got like personal computers, okay, internet, mobile phones, right? So just imagine again, when we talk about the transport just now. So before this, okay, it's like from the steam engine, from the train, right, from the train,
Mhm.
okay, now and then that one also actually uh, 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 actually those countries in which have the rail kan rail
Network.
yeah, network is actually prospering compared to those who do not have, so because they can do business, because they can do business. So that is what. So from there, and then yeah, we go to the next. The technology is actually now getting better and better lah. All right. Okay, and then we have got the information technology. Now information is just like a click of your fingers, right? Just a click away. You want to know. That's what now. Actually, knowledge, kan? Knowledge. You can get the information, the knowledge that you can get. It's like very fast. It's like very fast. Okay, nowadays you got X, right? Before this they call it Twitter, right? So you can get up to date information. Okay, up to date information from the other parts of the world. Very fast, very fast, and it's actually like 5 minutes news is actually basi news,
Yes.
right? Or one day news. Yeah,
Right, right. I
it's a
think so.
basi. So it's so those who actually can get information very easily, yeah, and so they are so now the world is actually changing lah. The world is actually so if we do not keep up, right? If we do not keep up, so we will be left behind lah. So that's why the economic interdependence. So you, especially nowadays, the youngsters, okay, they need to keep up with the technology, yeah, because recently when I went to the ideas seminar in organized by KPT, yeah. So they actually invited a university student who has already got a business, who actually already
They
got,
run their own business, you
yeah,
mean,
they run their
Prof?
own business. It's a startup business. Okay, so they created something with the technology. So this guy is actually from Japan, and
All right.
he talks very fluently lah. He talks very fluently, good English. Okay, he's from Japan. Normally Japan,
Yeah,
we know, right? They talk
it's
their own
not normal
language. Yeah, it's
for
not
them.
normal, right? So, but he can, and he is actually 21 years old. We were shocked, and the whole and the inside the hall, I think around 10,000 of us, right? We was like everybody is clapping.
Huge crowd.
Yeah, we feel proud of him lah, because so those who actually can keep up with the technology will become can prosper lah. Should I say that? Can prosper. So now it's not who is big. Okay, before this we talking about who is big, right? Who is big?
Right.
Now not who is fast. If you can go fast, if you can go fast, if you know, if you can go fast, then I think you can grab the opportunity. Yeah, you can be competitive lah. You can be competitive, right? Okay, and then also communications, okay? Communications technology. So now we can talk. So we can talk from the other side of the world. In fact, we are talking from
Yeah.
yeah. I think we are actually running this for the Indonesian student for
The
inbound
audience.
yeah,
Yeah.
inbound academic program. So we are calling the students from Indonesia. Okay, so yeah, we even though it's like so far away, so we can
Yep.
still
They can
yeah,
listen to us thousands of miles away,
yes,
Prof.
thousand millions miles away, right? So that is the technologies actually changing. All right, okay, and then also liberalization of trade and also investment. Okay, now also nowadays investment not only stock market, the the what I call the cryptos, all right? The rates, okay, all you can like just it's not, that's why you have to know and you have to learn, okay, you have to learn, so that and then another one thing, right? Those who are who likes to do trading, all right, and also investment on their own, I think it's like it's better for you to learn so that you can get the opportunity, so that you can get the you can others can get the prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
So in you also can do that, right? So you also can do that. So that is actually a huge opportunity lah for those. It's just like by a click of fingers only. You can trade the whole world investment. The whole world. So that is actually personal. But if the personal finance part lah, okay. But of course, when we talk about the country, so that is another story, right? So that is another story, and it's like institutional trading. So institution is another player. So it is it is so liberal right now. It's so easy. So if you don't we don't take into account all this, so we are actually left behind. We are actually left behind. We must adapt. We must adapt and adopt the technology. Okay. If let's say okay, that one I think we will go after this on the what I call on the geopolitical side, right? Okay, if I will just want to talk about a bit on the communicate
on the
on the
surface.
information, just a surface. If let's say like in the US, right, they have this chat GPT, yeah, for example, so this China, right, China,
China.
yeah, they do their own chat GPT, you know.
They
Yeah,
have they
they
have a
do their
version
own.
called DeepSeek, I
Yes,
think,
that's
if I'm
right,
not
Eddie. That's
mistaken. Yeah.
correct. That's
Mm.
right. DeepSeek. Okay, DeepSeek. Yeah, you can play around with this tool. You can see who is smarter, who is smarter, right? Who is smarter and who is actually more willing to help, more willing to help, right? So it is very interesting. It's very interesting. So what I want to tell here. mm let's say on the geopolitical side, right? So let's say if the US, let's say, do not want to sell chips, because it's Nvidia, they have their chips, right? So they don't want to sell to China, and also okay, never mind. So we will do on our own, you know. So but they are actually big. They are actually huge countries. Right? Malaysia is small. Okay, Malaysia is small, and of course
Tiny.
our, yeah,
Yeah.
very small. But of course, we can also become better lah. If we actually can keep up and can keep up and can is innovate. Okay, can innovate. Keep on innovating, right? And of course, like innovation, we talk about that. We have this R&D, research and development. It's a sunk cost. So once it's gone, it's gone. You cannot retrieve back, right? So yeah, that's why you have to be rich to become, you have to be rich, you have to be a rich country, okay, to actually innovate, because you need a lot of costs, the research and development. So kalau tak jadi, then that's it, habis lah, right?
Right.
It's
Right.
gone, it's gone.
I
So
agree.
but let's say if it works, just like the guy in the just like the guy, that Japan guy that I told
Yeah.
you, yeah,
Yeah.
that
Just
Japan
now.
guy, from the, I forgot what university he's from, okay, but all I know is 21 years old, okay,
At the
and
very tender age, we
yeah,
say 21.
yes,
It's not
yes.
even up to 30s.
It's not even up to 30s. Okay, so that's why if you have yeah, because Japan also, they have the resources, right? The capital, they have it, so they can help, and and the industry also are helping the universities. So that's why he that guy can move further lah. That guy can move further. Okay. All right. Okay. Next.
All right.
Mm.
Thank you, Prof. That's a very articulate explanation. Okay, maybe the viewers and also me myself, I really amazed by the word that Prof has uttered, such as challenges, challenge work, and then we could learn from what Prof have said earlier about forces of driving globalization. I'll just put a brief summaries on that. We learn about transport, information technology, and communication technology. Okay, we need to make it more interesting. Okay, Prof, I've got another questions for our viewers to know, and also me actually. Okay, now we often hear that globalization has transformed how we live, work, trade, but it didn't happen overnight. Prof, right? In
Yeah.
your opinion, what were the key turning point or forces that made globalization evolve into what it is today?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, like what I said just now, okay, it doesn't happen in one night, or you wake up, the technology is there. No, it doesn't happen that like that, right? So it is actually evolving, and the world actually is so dynamic. It is changing, okay, changing, right? Just like what I said just now, we have got like waves, right? So the first wave was from the 1870s, right? and there's a second wave from the 1940s, okay, and the third waves from 1980s, okay, until now, okay. So that's why it is actually evolving, evolving. And if you look at the political leadership, okay, on the during the first wave, okay, it was from the 1870s. I'm talking about the 1870s, so we don't go back before that, okay, before that. So from the 1870s, actually Great Britain, or the UK is the economic leader. We can see, so that's why they are actually going to the all the countries around the world, and they jajahalan kan, apa nama dia? They
Occupy,
yeah,
occupy.
they occupy us, right? So that's why what we are one of the actually being jajah lah by by the UK, right? By the UK. So Great Britain is actually the economic leader. Okay, and then from the 1940s, okay, onwards, to the 1980s is actually the US, right? Is the US actually the economic leader. Okay, and then now the third wave comes, right? So the third waves, yeah, that one is we're going to talk a lot afterwards, right? But just to touch a bit, okay, it's actually a multipolar already, yeah. So it is like we can see the US, and then we can see the EU, European Union, the European, Europe, the Europe countries. Okay, the Europe countries, they got so many of them, right? So many of them. Okay, and then also because the US is the US, okay, they have got so many countries, right? I forgot, 53 countries, 54 countries, right? So go and check back. Okay, yeah, the number, the
The
stars
state
on the,
number,
yeah,
yeah.
you can calculate, right? Okay, um, and then also now we have got China, right? So we have got China. So that's why we just done hosting the ASEAN, right? So ASEAN got 10 countries, 10+1 right now, because Timor Leste has just joined us. So
Has
we have
joined.
got, yeah, so we've got, yeah, 11 countries right now. So we thought, okay, the Malaysian hosts, when they are hosting, they thought of, yeah, we want to make the regional bloc of ASEAN, ASEAN as the fourth economic power. As a fourth economic power. So we as a regional bloc, we the 11 countries as one. So we 11 countries as one. So the waves is getting different. So it's not only just one country. Yeah? So it's not only just one country. So like because we are really small, the Southeast Asian, right? It's kind of very quite small. So that's why we need to be, when you are small, so you need to be together lah. So be together. So from the Southeast nations, so the Association of Southeast Asian Nation, right? So the ASEAN, so we had to be together and actually we are trying to become the fourth economic power. Okay, so that is the cita-cita lah. Alright. Okay, and then we have got commerce. So initially free trade, but rising protectionism. So that was before the first wave, and then we have got then gradually. Okay, they gradually decrease the tariff first, decrease the tariff kan, and then freer trades are spreading, followed by rising protectionism. Still, you need to protect. Yes, we actually do globalization. We do trading with others, but we at the same point we need to protect our own industry. We need to protect our own businesses lah, our own businesses. Just like I think the Indonesian students are here, right? So remember, I think in 2023, your Indonesian government has it's not really banned lah. They actually
Restricted. Restrict.
yeah restricted the TikTok shop, right? TikTok shop, right? They restricted TikTok shop because they wanted to protect their own their own product and services, right? Their own businesses, but after some negotiations and I think they can get back. They
They
get
leave the ban.
they open up. So they have, I think they have their own TikTok their own platform, right? Their own platform, right? TikTok shop for the Indonesians, right? For the Indonesians what I call businesses. So when you have this, right? Yeah, so you can always actually negotiate. You can actually negotiate, because why? We need to protect our own what I call our own business as well. Or else then That's why they said we have got like pro and cons of the globalization or the trading internationally. Yeah. Okay, and then the next one is the migration. Okay, I'll talk about migration. Okay, so before that is a free migration on the first wave, the 1800. So it's a free. You can go anywhere that you want, but of course it's like quite probably it's quite difficult because like what I said, the transportation is not there yet, right? So it's like after you want to walk, right? So it's like very very unlikely lah. And then we have got like, and then the next one you've got regulated migration. Okay, regulated migration. So you must have some regulations when you want to migrate. The same thing happened in the third wave. So we still have you want to migrate. So we cannot actually come to anybody's country. Anybody's country by sampan ke apa tak boleh lah. Better not. Because I think recently last 2 days we have got the Rohingya. One lady, Rohingya lady, I think passed away, right? Lemas. It's like because they want to migrate to Malaysia. So we do not want things like that lah. So if you want to come and work or whatever, go through the correct channel. Yes, go through the correct channel. Where apa pun, any country that you want to go, right? Any country that you want to go. Okay, so is globalization declining, right? So yeah, fears about job loss, okay, dislocation, deindustrialization, inequality, okay, because when you know that one country, okay, just say it, okay, like China, right? Like China, you can actually go and open up your facilities, or if you don't have that, you can actually bring those products, those products from China. So it's like very much cheaper, right? Very much cheaper. All right, so that's why. So now it's better for the companies not to open up any manufacturing companies actually somewhere else except like from China. We haven't talked yet about China plus one. So that is also very interesting. Just recently from the ASEAN, China plus one. So now we want to talk China plus one, right? So it's not only you must have strategy now, okay? Because we cannot what I call a challenge, because China is still the best in terms of the cost. Yes, the cost, because when you do business, it's always cost. It's always money and cents.
Allow me, Prof.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we say that some said that China is actually factory of the world?
Yeah,
before, right, Prof?
yes, factory of the world. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, factory of the world. So yeah, you cannot just disregard them. Cannot. Still, China plus one. So what is plus one? So plus one because they want to secure. They want to secure. They are scared also, right? Because the geopolitical is changing, right? The geopolitical, because yeah, we do not want to talk about war. Okay, but what if, right? What if it's happening, right? So it's like China plus one. So they will they will set up now. Companies who set up in China, the manufacturing companies, they must also they must also set up another manufacturing businesses company in other country plus one. So that's what it meant. China plus one, right? So you must set up in another country as well. So which country? Yes, that's why now ASEAN is the best, is becoming. So these countries are now China plus one. So they can do it in Indonesia, they can do it in Myanmar, in Vietnam, in Thailand, and also in Malaysia. So that is the idea. Now now the companies are thinking, so that's why the geopolitical is changing. And then what else? Increased trade barriers, also broken free trade agreements. Global economy is rebalancing. China and emerging nations moving to the next stage of the economic development. So driven by the digital technology. So now you must also keep up with AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Don't we cannot buang tau. We cannot disregard lah this AI. You must learn, and you must actually uh, embed. You must actually embed the AI, even when you when you do your lecture. Okay, and then yes, of course, let's go a bit to the assessment, just a bit keluar sikit from the topic lah. But the assessment, right? Because now sometimes lecturers are bengang, right? Very, because the students actually are just telling the AI to
Yeah,
complete
yeah, I
whatever,
mean that,
right?
Prof. I
Yeah,
mean that.
yeah, but yeah, you must know actually how to do that, because it is actually you must keep up, like we, so we as lecturer, right? What you can do, I think the best, all I know, I went to a few seminars, right? I've heard the pakar lah, the experts are talking. One of it is, how do you want to do assessment? Yes, they will give you the report and it looks nicely written, but actually thank you to this AI.
AI,
Thank you also, because when we read, it's Alhamdulillah, the English is nice, because
everything, the
before
grammar,
this, I also don't
syntax.
know what you want to. Okay, sorry, yeah, but actually it's actually good. Sedap mata memandang lah. You understand what I'm trying to say? Sedap mata memandang. So it's it's not actually so you have to, the assessment that you want to do is, you must do presentation. That's all. Kan? You must do presentation. Doing presentation is actually to know
To
whether
test
that,
their
yeah, to test
real,
whether
their
they
real
know
skill
what
and
they.
knowledge, because they have
Yeah,
alongside
yeah,
AI with
yeah.
them.
Even though I know the assessment, but okay, just a bit. Okay, even though the assessment there is no presentation, but presentation there is no presentation marks, but it's actually to know what the students actually do themselves, and
That's
they
the only way
understand.
we can
Yes,
measure,
that's the
right,
only
Prof?
way. That's the only way. Or else then you cannot yeah. Okay, the risk of backpedaling on globalization. Okay, you backpedal. Backpedal means you do not want to join in. Okay, on global. So what happened? Let's say, for example, one country, let's say for like US, right? They escalate tariff. So they increase the tariff, right? So actually, uh, is it good or not good? Is it good or not good? Because some countries can actually retaliate. Some countries can actually retaliate. So, just like China, right? You know, the big economies, like what they do, they just relax, right? Kan? So and then they also increase, right? They also increase, and then the US also increase, the China also increase, and then what happened, right? So it's like, so that's why if you want to backpedal, you want to protect, yeah, but it's, I think it's a bit too much lah. But alhamdulillah, recently when Trump came in, right, so they have given us around I think 1,000 over products with the zero tariff. Okay, despite of the 19%. Before this, I think Malaysia got 24%. Okay, 24, the reciprocal tariff. Okay, before this we got 24%, and then they go back to, and then they put down to 19%. But now there are some products, I think around 1,000 plus products, they've given a zero tariff. Then so that is actually one good news lah. Okay, so one is actually one good news to our country. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got actually got the, okay, I hold on. Okay, I didn't read this. Okay, I've got one. Okay, like Brunei, they got 24%. Actually the baseline is 10%. So that's why Singapore is getting that 10%, because it's actually reciprocal tariff. Okay, because this US is actually in trade deficit. US is actually in trade deficit. So they want those who actually importing so much goods and products, so they will impose a lot of tariff lah. So the highest, I think, so far, and didn't given in fact no change in the public announce, is Myanmar. Myanmar got 44%. Okay, and there's no change on that. Philippines also still the same, 17. Okay, but ours, we have got, like what I said, ours, Malaysia, we have got from the 24 to 19, and but also we have got some at 0%, and Cambodia is also getting the same. So before this, Cambodia got 49%, and then after the negotiations, after the negotiation and whatnot, and then Cambodia also is given 19%. And also there are some dalam annex 3, annex 3, so they have got some products that they have given 0%. So that's why also you must know how to do negotiations, right? So because why? Because it was because when we want to talk about tariffs, right? So who actually is bearing the cost, right? So is it the importers or the exporters, or is it the consumers? Is it the consumers? If you want to talk about that, if you want to go, if you want to give to the consumers, and then we go back to the economics theory. It depends. It depends who, because if you ask who are actually bearing the tariff, actually, right? The increase of the cost, right? Of the cost. This is actually the economists, they love to discuss about this, right? So the answer is who? The answer is it depends. It depends. It
On the
depends on, yeah,
context, right, Prof?
yeah. It depends because it depends on what? It depends on the elasticity lah of the product. So
Demand.
elasticity, yeah. Let's say if the product is actually very few and like a lot of people wants it, right? So it is inelastic, right? It is inelastic. When inelastic, right? So probably medicine. We want to talk about medicine, right? Good medicine. So people are willing because people are willing to pay if it's medicine, right? So you need the medicine. So you need the medicine. So people are willing to pay. So that's why all now we don't talk about this generic kan. Now also I think yeah, our country also we are actually we can buy lah actually if you want to buy the original one or you want to buy the generic products, but it is sort of kind of like the same. I mean the apa, ubat tu lah, the power that can kill you lah, right? So that is, so is another. So that's why you have to understand lah. So if what is actually good. All right.
All right, thank you, Prof. Viewers and also me, I think we are, yes, again, we are amazed how Prof has explained about the reciprocal tariff. Okay, from I mean, Prof have spoken about the rate, the nominal from 20. Sorry if the figure is not correct, because we could see from higher tariff to the lower tariff, and then it is backed by the negotiation, okay, from country to countries. That is what I could say
Yeah.
global. Okay, Prof, I want to further more, I mean, about this discussion, but I need to remind our viewers to actually, okay, please don't forget to complete your registration and attendance form. The link is available in the YouTube live chat and also in the video description below. Okay, while watching us and this interesting discussion, please don't forget to actually complete your registration and attendance form. All right, thank you. Okay, Prof.
Yeah.
My next question. Okay, Malaysia has played an active role in several Asian summits this year, with topics ranging from trade to digital economic cooperation. From your perspective, Prof, okay, how is ASEAN positioning itself as emerging economic powerhouse on the global stage, Prof?
Okay. ASEAN. Okay. Like I said, we just go a bit of introduction. Okay, it has been actually long being established. In August 1967 in Thailand. All right, at that time only 5 countries only: Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and Singapore. Okay, that was in 1967 tau, 67. Okay, and then Brunei Darussalam joined in 1984. That's a long, I think that's a
Long
long,
way.
yeah, a long way, a long time. Okay, and then followed by Vietnam in 1995, and then Laos and Myanmar, okay, two of them in 1997, and Cambodia in 1999. So that's make up of 10. So now we have got 2025, Laos, Timor-Leste has joined us, yeah, just recently, 2025. So we have got now actually 11 countries lah. Okay, so the team, because this ASEAN, they will meet every year, Eddie. They will meet every year,
Annually, yeah.
annually.
Very active.
Yeah, very active, and they will do the summit twice a year. So you just imagine, yeah, twice. So they will meet, and they look back at what are the what actually all the policies or all the draft that have done that they have come into agreement. So is it okay or not okay? So if it's like if lack of if the, yeah, like what I said, like the world is changing, like if they have got some hiccups or things like that, so they would change. They will change, and they will make it better. They will make it better. So like this year, we have the Malaysian Asian Chairman 2025 is Malaysia, okay, and the theme is actually inclusivity and also sustainability. Okay, inclusivity. Yeah, so inclusivity is actually assuring that no one is left behind. Okay, so meaning that all member states of ASEAN within them, okay, is like from the rural, urban, women, youth, indigenous, okay, less developed sub-regions have voice and benefits from growth and also cooperation. So no one is left behind. So narrowing development gaps, okay, within ASEAN countries, okay, less developed, okay, versus advanced economies, like Singapore, they are so advanced,
They
right?
are so
Yeah,
advanced.
yeah, they're so advanced, right? Remote regions, okay, and also versus major urban centers. Okay, like of course, if you are in the city, right, like Kuala Lumpur or like Jakarta, I love Jakarta so much, right? It is wow, right? So I've been there quite a few
Few
times,
times.
right? Yeah, it's like so huge and very tersusun. Very nice. I love it so much. Okay, and then what else? So broadening participation, also decision making, okay, civil society, small, medium enterprise, youth, women, okay, and so non-state sectors. So managing regional diversity, political, culture, and economy. Okay, in fact, ASEAN, they have developed this community, they call it. So they have got three communities. Communities, they got political security communities, political security communities, and then they got economic communities, and also they got social cultural communities. So they have got three of them. So actually they are looking into this, okay, because why they want to include all members, including shaping outcome rather than being marginalized. So there is inclusivity. Sustainability, so environmental sustainability, so we have got sustainability, we have got environmental sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
We have got economic sustainability, right? And then we have got sustainability, and also we've got institutional and political sustainability.
Very comprehensive.
Yeah, very comprehensive. So wow, got very comprehensive. So environment, let's discuss just a bit. Okay, addressing climate change. Okay, climate change, green growth, renewable energy, and also sustainable infrastructure. All right, so that is environmental sustainability. And then we have got economic sustainability. Okay, building resilience in supply chains. Supply chains. And then digital economies. Everything now is digitalized, right? Digitalized.
True.
Trade and investment flows that can adapt to shocks. So let's say if like COVID, right? Then it came in. Yeah. And in fact, financial crisis, okay, all that. So we can actually adapt to shocks. And then social sustainability. So ensuring the economic growth is compatible with social cohesion, okay, social unity, livelihoods, inclusive employment, and also not just high GDP numbers. Okay, that is also another point to look into. So if your country have got great GDP, high GDP, but what happened to their social life? Do they work until 10 o'clock at night? Yeah, it's just as simple as that. All right. So you want to get good GDP, so people. I mean, our country is getting the gross domestic product is increasing, but look at your
Livelihood.
livelihood of your citizens, citizens, whether they are working 8 days per week. That is
To put
that.
extra on it.
Yeah, extra. That's what. Okay, and then institutional political sustainability. Maintaining ASEAN's centrality in regional architecture, okay, sustaining trust diplomacy, rule-based cooperation. So that's why negotiations,
Come into
diplomacy.
place.
Yeah, you don't
Diplomacy.
macam jangan raplah lah kan, macam right, don't be raplah lah. Orang cakap, mate, I also do not know what to say that in English. But it's like you have to be very diplomacy. Sometimes we don't agree to probably a person or another country, but we try to negotiate, right? We try to negotiate and let the negotiations begin in an office lah, like that. So you don't go and straight away go and bang people, right? In the social media, things like that, right? No, you don't do that. We don't do that, right? So to become modern, you must have moral lah. You must have moral to so that your stability because or else then the FDI will not come in, right? So if you what I call have got this rusuhan, they have got right? Yeah, rusuhan, the mob, right? So if you have that, so it's not good, right? So it's not good. So you must be stable lah, stable, and then say diplomatically lah. All right. Okay, so yeah, that because that's why the inclusivity, okay, that no one is left behind, work together, and also the sustainability, all those four elements just now that I said. So everything must work together to make sure that the ASEAN can, we want to prosper together lah, together. So that's why no one is left behind. All right. So yeah, we try our hard. We try our hard, of course, because each country have different. Yeah, if you look very detailed into the policy things like that, or the draft that they have drafted, yeah, it is actually quite a lot of things, but they are trying to make things sync, to sync, to sync. Just take one example, like tourism. Like tourism, they have this AQRF lah, qualification reference framework. So they wanted to, because when you want to become a tourist guide, whatever, you need to have these qualifications. You cannot simply, so they trying to sync that. They're trying to put that in a framework. Yeah, I know it's not easy. So because they wanted to, because let's say if you have that qualifications, right? So you not only can do tourism in Malaysia, you can do it in all the ASEAN parts of the world. So it's not wrong. So they want to make it so that everybody can be together and take the benefits. So yeah, we actually, if you go into the ASEAN website, right, if you study, so there are a lot of things actually that they have done. So I actually we can give a clap to our Malaysian organizer. They are doing best, good, to actually organizing the ASEAN summit.
All right, Prof. That's a very good explanation. Okay, viewers, I would like to actually repeat and reiterate what Prof have said, because I really fond of the words of inclusivity and also sustainability, and then go down deeper to the four factors of sustainability. All right, Prof. I do have next questions. All right, for you. We say economic sustainability has become a key focus in today's global discussions. Okay, Prof, could you elaborate on what it really means in practice, and perhaps share some example how countries or businesses are applying it successfully?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Economic sustainability. Okay. So, what we mean by that? Okay, it means that growth that lasts. Kan? So not just a short-term spikes, okay, but continuing capacity to generate output, jobs, and also incomes. Kan? So it will last. So resilience. Okay, the next one is actually resilience to shocks. So the economy can absorb and also recover from the external and also internal disruption, like just what I said just now. The climate events, the trade shocks, the supply chain disruption. All right, that supply chain disruption is very interesting also, because due to the tariff, right? Tariff lah, whatnot, right? So they try to disrupt the supply chain in terms of they wanted to bring dia akan kona sikit. It will like not from that particular country. So let's say from that country, so they will just go divert. They divert. That's the word. So they divert, right? So they divert. So they repackage, right? So it's not from that particular country lah. So from the country that has the lower. So that's why they try to so disrupt the supply chain, things. Yeah, people will do that. People will do that. So so that is actually the challenge. So the challenge of the economic sustainability. So inclusive participation. growth that benefits broad segment of society rather than the narrow elite. That's why inclusive party. So it's not only the rich. It's not only the rich that participate. Kan? It's not only the rich participate. Yes, everybody. So that's why, like in Malaysia, we have got a lot of organization. It's not only organization, it's the universities also. The universities. So because they have this industry collaboration, linkage, industry linkage, okay, collaborations. So if they can perform, right? So the industry might take them. They have got this ni kan. So that's why you have to include everybody. You have to include everybody, not only the elites. So efficient use of resources. Yes, this is very important. Not depleting capital. So natural, human, institutional, okay, such the future generations are worse off. So you must use resources that will not deplete the capital or make them worse off. So for example, probably like natural resources, like the greens, like now a lot of greens, they are talking about use of resources. So because I'm like what you said just now, I'm a bit hiker, like a bit mountaineering, right? So
see the nature and
see the nature and all that, right? So because if let's say one mountain, right, we go to I've been to Rinjani, Indonesia, right? Yeah, it's very beautiful, but of course so many people goes hike this mountain. So actually, if you don't take care of the environment, okay, if you those who come did not actually just throw rubbish, right? So it will damage the whole system. So that's why we have to actually, as a hiker also, you have to be very what I call responsible. Have to be very responsible. Just a simple, just give you one tips lah. Just a simple, actually the tissue basah tu apa? The
wet tissue.
Wet tissue actually. Wet tissue. Actually, just a simple. Actually, wet tissue. When I went with this group, right? We cannot use wet tissue. We cannot, because wet tissue, you realize, wet tissue is so hard to break. Yeah, so hard to break. Yeah, so hard to dissolve. So you can only bring the toilet tissue ni. So let's say if you use it, right? So it can dissolve just a few days. Faster.
To this wet tissue.
As compared to wet tissue. So you can see a lot of wet tissue in Renjani, right? So I hope that, I think probably after like some incidents or what, I think I went that one. If you want to ask me, I went, I think 2020. I think I went Renjani 2022. So that was 3 years ago. Past 3 years ago. So I hope that, I think now they have like proper toilet, whatnot. I think it's getting better lah. It's getting better. So that's why we need to take care. We need to take care of the natural resources, not making it worse off, right? Okay, and then diversification, also upgrading. Yeah, moving into higher value, higher productivity activities, avoiding heavy dependence on few low value exports, right? Okay, for example, forest also, this one got three efficiency, natural capital efficiency. We got human capital efficiency and also institutional capital efficiency. So let's look at one. Let me put as the natural capital efficiency. Okay, so for example, forest and also carbon management in Malaysia. So Malaysia's forest covers remains about 54.6% of total land area. That's interesting, right? Above its global commitment of 50%. So we are still good.
We are still on track.
We are still on track, right? So by protecting more than half its land under forest, Malaysia preserve ecosystem services, water regulations, okay, carbon absorption, biodiversity, okay, which directly sustain future agricultural, tourism, and also climate stability benefits. So we still need to like now I'm living in Kuala Lumpur, for example. So we have, because I walk every day to work. Okay, when I walk only 1 kilometer, only 1 kilometer, but I need to cross the Sungai Krayong.
Sungai Krayong.
Yeah, Sungai Krayong. Yeah, sometimes you know what, we can see. So the government is doing so hard to actually trap the trap the sampah, the trash, right? The trash. So quite a few times, so we saw memerang.
Yep.
What is it?
The reptilians.
Memerang in English, memerang.
Memerang.
Allahu Akbar. So we have got
beaver.
Beaver. Is it? No, it's not beaver. It's like
otters. Yeah.
Otters, yes, otters. Yeah, that's what. Otters, okay. There is otters in Kuala Lumpur. Otters in Kuala Lumpur, and they come in groups. They got the mother, the father, the babies. Okay, so it was really fun. Well, you can see they swim in Sungai Krayong. It's unbelievable, right? But at the same time also, we have komodo. We have also komodo in Sungai Krayong, you know.
All these reptilia.
Yeah, reptilia still there. Okay, and then we have these birds, colorful birds. Okay, in Sungai Krayong we have got the birds. They have blue color birds. They have yellow color birds. So it's like still. So that's why we need to sustain. To sustain this environment. We need to protect the ecosystem. Okay, so that it will still have good ecosystem that we can sustain. Okay, the next one is actually the human capital efficiency. So Malaysia allocates around 16 to 18% of its national budget to education annually. So highest in ASEAN. So literacy exceeds 95%, and tertiary enrollment has reached 45% of youth. Okay, that's good. So everybody must go to school. Okay, everybody must go to university. That tertiary enrollment is the university lah, right? Okay. So everybody has reached 45% of the youth. So literacy is so like 95%. So that's good. So human capital efficiency means turning the investment into higher productivity. So for example, through technical and also vocational education and training, TVET, okay, that reduces unemployment, also matches the industry needs. Okay, so this one is it's very important, because you must know what it meant by productivity. Okay, productivity. What it meant by productivity? Productivity means you put one input and the output is more than one. That is productivity. That is productive. Kan you talk about productivity, but what is it? Okay, if in economics, right? One input, and when you go output, it's more than one lah. So you can output 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is meant by productivity. So that's what like TVET. Okay, TVET is actually more into the skills, technical skills, technical skills. All right. For example, when I was in Australia, right? In Australia, the payment to this, let's say plumber, it's very expensive. If possible, you want to do your own. The plumbing, if you call, the plumbing is really high because it is a very expert, you know, they are expert in the expertise.
They value technical more than
they value
theory.
technical. That's why. So that's why actually in ASEAN also, Australia has come in also and help. I think they have got this AUS for ASEAN, AUS for ASEAN, whereby they come in and help the technical and vocational. And for the curriculum, if I'm not mistaken, so I have to look into that. Into that also. So, but it's actually because when I was there, they really value it very high, very high. So, so if possible, like if you have to like do it your own lah. If you do not want to call them, okay. And then, instead of over-exploiting cheap labor, Malaysia invests in upskilling. Upskilling and Australia is helping us on this, upskilling workers, ensuring that future generation inherit a more productive and also innovative labor force. Okay, the last one on the example, on the institutional also capital efficiency. Okay, Malaysia is trying to reduce its fiscal deficit. Okay, so now we have got fiscal deficit from 6% of GDP to 5%. okay, and targeting 3 to 3.5% in 2026, okay. That 6% it was in 2021, and then 5% it was in 2023, and now we are targeting in 2026 like around 3 to 5% fiscal deficit, okay. So the transparent budgeting, also fiscal consolidation, strengthen the investor confidence and also preserve borrowing capacity for the future. Kan? So what is it fiscal deficit ni kan? So the government spending is actually more, okay, than the than the collection, than their income. So that is actually fiscal deficit, right? Fiscal deficit. So we try they try to reduce that, okay? They try to reduce that, okay? Yeah, they try need to collect to collect, okay, the income, okay. Like if you are the government, so what income that you get is the tax collection lah, okay. That is the theoretical part lah, right? The tax collection lah. So jangan malas sangat. So when you pay tax, right, you do like this. When you pay tax, you have to niat like you as a, like myself and we all lah, those who are Muslim, right? Islam kan, so you have to pay. When you pay tax, you kata ya lillahi ta'ala, so we can sedekah, we can give it to the benefits of the ummah, right? So I think, so you are not like you pay a lot of tax, right? So you are not being ni lah, so dia jadi redha lah kan, jadi redha. So it's good also lah, so that actually we are giving more to the country. So the country actually can do better lah, the facilities, infrastructure, okay, of the country, yeah. Okay, and also it has to be transparent budgeting and also fiscal consolidation, strengthen investor confidence, preserve borrowing capacity for the future, and using institutional capacity efficiency means maintaining strong system, okay, a very strong system, legal, financial, also administrative, that can support long-term growth rather than consuming credibility or debt capacity today, yeah. Okay, all right,
All right, Prof. That's a great explanation. Okay, viewers, something like after what Prof have said and share her experience, something, okay, especially for the Malaysian, yes, Indonesian, our viewers internationally, something that might excite you that Prof have said, something that we could proud of as a Malaysian, that our literacy exceeds 95%, that is very high rate, and tier 3 enrollment, meaning to say our education on tier 3 level has reached 45% of youth. That is statistic by the World Bank, right, Prof?
Yeah.
All right. I think it's about time to remind our viewers also to actually don't forget to complete your registration and attendance form. As I said, the link is available in YouTube live chat and also in the video description below. Alright, so that's just a reminder. Alright, Prof, we move on to the next questions. Okay, Prof, we have explored quite a lot about ASEAN identity and a role so far. Let's now circle back to an important point. In your view, Prof, what steps can ASEAN take to truly become an open and competitive economy in the global arena?
Okay.
Prof.
All right. Thank you, Eddie. Okay. Okay now. ASEAN has already eliminated tariff on over 98% of goods under the ATIGA, ASEAN Trade in Goods Agreement ATIGA. 98%. So to be fully open, ASEAN needs to harmonize the non-tariff measurement. So we have got tariff and then we have also non-tariff. Kan, non-tariff measurement, the imported quota lah, okay, such as differing standards, that like what I said just now, we have got so many standards, right? So many standards because different countries, we have got different standards. So now they want to harmonize differing standard certifications, like what I said just now on the tourism, certification on the tourism, and also custom procedures, custom procedures, and so that still is a slow trade, So there is a lot more to do, just not only on the eliminating tariff of about 98% of goods. So, for example, digitalizing custom clearance. This is important, custom clearance through the ASEAN single window has already reduced border clearance time up by to 40% for pilot countries. So it is faster lah. It is faster, or else then it will take so much time, right? So why it matters? So because internal openness with ASEAN is the first step towards external openness, right? So it's like among us ASEAN, so that is the first step. So one goods and services and data move freely within the region, ASEAN becomes a stronger collective hub in global trade. So we have to do it on our own first, all right? Among us first, among the ASEAN countries. Okay, then only we can go stronger on the global trade. Okay, the next one is the broadened external trade agreements. So ASEAN is already at the center of some of the world's largest free trade networks. So we have got RCEP. Okay, so it's the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership that covers actually 15 countries, representing 30% of global GDP. Right? Okay, and then ASEAN, and then the next one, we've got ASEAN-China FTA. And then we have got AFTA, ACFTA, and then we've got ASEAN-Japan Comprehensive Economic Partnership. Still, you see, ASEAN also, Japan, ASEAN also, China. And then now we got ASEAN-India Trade in Good Agreement. Okay, so that is I3. Before this is just R3, and then we got I3 because we put the we put India in. So being upgraded. Okay, we have it. I3, I forgot when they started, but now they have upgraded, okay, in 2025. And then we have got new dialogues opening with the Gulf. Okay, so Gulf Cooperation Council, we got GCC. Okay, and also with the EU. European Union, right? So actually we cover all the world already. We cover everybody already, right? So yeah, so why it matters? Because this framework ensure ASEAN export, okay? We want to export, right? As well export face lower tariff abroad, and firms have easy access to global market, fundamental trades, and also of an open economy, right? Okay. Facilitate freer movement of investment and also skilled labour. So ASEAN's Comprehensive Investment Agreement, ASEA, this is ACIA, assures equal treatment for ASEAN investors in member states. So the Mutual Range Recognition Agreement. So you see, got so many agreements. Got so many agreements. Just now already I talked about 5 agreements.
Remember.
Yeah, I cannot remember. So Mutual Recognition Agreement, MRA pula, under the ASEAN MRA on the tourism professional. MRATP, tourism professional. This is what I said earlier. And also other sectors like engineering, nursing, architecture. Okay, allow skilled professionals to work across ASEAN borders. So the FDI inflows to ASEAN reached, okay, FDI inflow to ASEAN, okay, reached USD 224 billion, okay, in 2023. Okay, so making it the third largest global FDI destination after the US and also the EU. Wow, right? Okay, so why it matters? Because the open economies attract and also exchange both capital and also talent, which driven innovation and also productivity, right? Okay, and then the fourth one is to develop open digital and also financial systems, right? So the ASEAN Digital Economy Framework Agreement, DEFA, expected to be signed in 2025, right? So aim to create a single digital market. There you go. By when? By 2030. Okay, potentially adding US 1 trillion to the regional GDP. Wow, right? Okay, so open economies requires cross-border digital payment, right? So data governance, alignment, and also cyber security tries to move digital services seamlessly, right? So ASEAN's cross-border QR payment links. Now like QR also you can go. Connecting Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, and also Philippines are earlier examples. I think our touch and go, okay, we can go to ASEAN countries and use our touch and go, right? No?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
right? Yes. So it's like easy. So now you can QR me, very easy. You can make payment straight away. So you don't have to bring cash. Nowadays, nobody bring cash, right?
Something that I really know is Maybank. We can use the QR code.
Yes, Maybank can also use QR code. Because nowadays, you don't bring cash anymore, right? I think so. That's why now people. So that's why the thief also is upgrading, right? You want to become a thief. You want to become a thief, so like scammers, you have to be upgraded, because if you pickpocket, nothing in your wallet, no cash, right? Nothing. So But don't follow that lah. Don't follow that one is but like what I said also, if you want so that's if you want to do all this bad things still or whatever, so it's all digital right now. So digitally open ASEAN and enable small firms. So that's why small firm, rural entrepreneurs kat kampung pun boleh, right? So and use startup, startup just like the Japanese startup to engage globally. So you have got good products, right? So you can start selling already. So engage globally, and so not just large corporation, just like so now not who is large, who is fast.
Who is fast?
Yeah, who is fast? If you can fast learn, if you very fast you can learn all the digital things and create and produce, you can innovate a lot of good innovations. Yeah, we can sell. That's it. All right, so that is the thing. So the fifth one is strengthen institution, also social inclusivity. So openness must come with resilience. Okay, sound fiscal policy, fair competition, okay, inclusive workforce policies, and also sustainability standards. So Malaysia 2025 ASEAN chairmanship theme, inclusivity, also sustainability, direct links, okay, being open without inclusion and also environmental balance will be unsustainable. So because why is it matters? Because institutional openness ensure transparency. Okay, people want transparency right now. Jangan sorok-sorok, right? So people want transparency, trust, and also policy consistency, vital for global investors also partners. Because we want to prosper together. Okay, no one is left behind. Prosper together, right? Okay, I think next.
Okay, Prof. Thank you for the great explanation. Prof, something I need to alert you because I received overwhelming response from our YouTube viewers.
Wow.
Okay, maybe I can list out the questions.
Wow.
We could go back to our previous slide and explanation. I think you have an answer, but I just mentioned the question from YouTube. Okay. I will take several one, Prof. It is from Rosmawati Draman. Okay, the question is, can you share your expert opinion, Prof, the impact of the new tariff from US on Malaysia in terms of sustainability? Maybe in a brief word, brief explanation that you have.
Okay, all right. Okay, once a country, right, that when you impose, because you cannot go against. You can, because that has already being imposed by that particular country. So in your question you said in the US, right? The US already imposed tariff. But if you think it's high, right? But if you think it's quite high, all right? So everybody is, wow, 24%, so a lot. So we are worried. We are worried that our products, right, cannot sell. Yeah, cannot sell. Who wants to bear the cost? Right, like what I said just now. Like it goes to the elasticities now. Okay, if the consumer really wants the product that we are selling, that we are importing, right, that we are exporting, right, so it's okay. The consumer will bear the cost. They will buy. They have to buy. They will buy. But let's say if the product that we export, right, they are substitute. There's a lot of substitute. So like sometimes they said they share the exporters and also the importers as well, they share, right? So what we can do is that's why we negotiate. So that is the thing, that's why you negotiate. Negotiation, that's why Tengku Zafrul kan, our minister kan, so he went there, lepas tu, negotiate kan. We alhamdulillah at last, I think before that, I think the first negotiation we didn't get anything. I think you need to check back. And then later on, it goes down to 19%, kan? 19%, and it sticks. And when Trump comes in, and then they have given us around 1,000 plus products with a zero tariff. Okay, so alhamdulillah lah. So that is actually how you go about lah. So that's why, because why? Because like Malaysia and also this ASEAN, we are actually small. We are actually small, and we cannot really, we are not China. we cannot like retaliate. Yeah, okay. If you do that to us, we retaliate. Okay, whatever that you want to, we give you tariff, we up. Ah,
Excuse
China,
me,
yeah,
Prof. Can we say that we have
China can do
a
that.
little leverage on them because we don't have so much
Yeah.
power like China? They can
Yes,
give,
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
we
little
don't have
leverage.
that
Yes,
bargain
that's right.
power.
Bargaining because that's why we need to do it diplomatically lah.
Yep, Prof.
So like so we are happy that we have got we and also Cambodia only we got around 1,000 plus of the products
Mm-hmm.
that actually got a 0% tariff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, great, Prof. That's for Puan Rosmawati Draman question, our viewers. Next is from Nur Shuhaida Abdul Razak. Okay, the question, Prof.
Yeah.
How have recent geopolitical tensions such as US-China
Mm.
rivalry or the Russia-Ukraine conflict reshape global trade flow? Meaning to say,
Yeah.
she want to see the connection versus US versus China, Russia versus Ukraine
Yeah.
that reshape global trade flows.
Okay, that one is next. Actually, I want to talk about.
All
Haven't.
right.
Okay,
So
you
can
yeah.
we reserve that one?
Yeah,
Okay,
we want to reserve.
okay. I
Yeah,
really
so I will answer during my talk
okay.
after
If
this.
time
Because
allows,
that is the
I
last one, geopolitical.
uh, allow
Okay.
me, Prof.
Yeah, yeah,
If
sure.
possible, we move on to the next question
Yeah,
because
sure.
this
Yeah,
one you
yeah,
want to skip
yeah.
to another one. It is from Aina Faika. Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Salam.
Okay. Many governments now impose trade restriction on technology for
Yeah,
security reasons.
yeah.
In your opinion, do such measure enhance or hinder long-term global economic stability? So the
Security,
keyword is technology for
security,
security.
security for security. Yeah. Okay now. What okay actually she needs to elaborate more lah, but never mind, since it's YouTube, right? It's not, cannot direct kan, cannot direct a bit. I need her to explain a bit what she means. So security, because like what I said, like ASEAN now, we have got like three community, they call it community. So the first one is the political security, kan, political security. So you must have some security lah. In for your own country, you must have security, and also actually in ASEAN also you must have that security, because especially okay, I'm not the expert of the cyber security world or cyber attacks or whatnot, but we must be prepared lah. We must be prepared to because or else then because everything now is digitalized, right? So if let's say your our data information, our data kan, our that big
It's
data,
easily
yeah,
shared.
dia all our financial info details, if it's being leaked out, I think it's going to be haywire, I think it's going to be haywire. So that's why we as a citizen also, not only the government is trying to help. Okay, I just give you one example. That day, I do not know, I think 2 years ago or whatnot, during that time, I think our Malaysian cyber, they call it cyber attack lah. They attack the Israeli tau. Very,
Yeah, I think
oh, I
I've heard
tell
that
you,
news before.
they so these Malaysians they attack I think the Israeli IT or something like that, right? The country, yeah. So what happened? I think the next day CIMB called me. CIMB called me because normally I don't pick up. Nowadays weird numbers are not in my, I don't pick up, but that 03 number, and then suddenly I pick up, and then they said they are from CIMB, and you have got this huge amount of transaction inside your credit card. Is that yours? You say, I said, of course no, I didn't do anything yet. Okay, so we will block. So I said, by the way, you block all. I said, you block, you block the whole card. I said, I want a new card. I'm so worried. So I'm so worried. So that is actually, yeah, if so they, so that's why besides actually the security, not only the government is doing their best. We also the citizen, yeah, we must. We as a citizen also, I don't off the. Hello, can they?
All right. To all our viewers, sorry for the technical issues. I'm replacing it. Okay. So maybe afterward, the Prof will actually repeat back what she has said.
Alright. Okay. So, okay, like this, like not only the government is trying their best to help to secure, okay, but we as a cities, okay, the industry also is trying to help. Like the CIB is calling me already, okay, and so but we also as a citizen, as a person also must be alert lah, must be very careful and not to become the apalah apa tu mangsa lah kan,
The prey for this kind
the
of.
prey, the prey for the insecurity of the digital world.
All right. Thank you, Prof. That's a very articulate explanation. Now, could we take up another question from YouTube?
Sure.
Okay. Very quick one. From Asfa68. Okay. How do sanctions imposed by the Western nation on rogue state affect global trade dynamics? If I'm not mistaken, rogue countries that is on the list is like something like North Korea, communist kind of blocks country, Prof. If not mistaken.
Okay, they meaning that US sanctions to trade with like
This rogue state, maybe the communist, something like
the communists lah, the communists.
North Korea.
Okay, let me tell you, they can trade among themselves. They can trade the Russia, the North, they will trade among themselves. No worries. Huh? They will, if you like this, if you cannot like do trading, if they sekat kan, they do all the sanctions or whatnot, but if you can if you can create that product your own, right? So they shouldn't be a problem to them. They can still survive. They are still building all those nuclear power, they are still still okay. And I think Iran also is doing the same thing. I think Iran also is I think last I read in Twitter, they can start launching also the I think 2,000 missiles, if I'm not mistaken, to
They still
Israel.
develop their own weapons
Still,
despite the sanctions.
despite the sanctions. So they are they are doing good. They don't even being affected. They don't even being affected. I think I think the Ukraine Russia war. I think in fact one of our citizen is recruited. Do you know that?
Mercenary. I think what it is called. It is
Mashallah,
mercenary.
it's recruited to become the tentera lah,
The
soldier
military.
kan, to become soldier. Why they know? Because the IC, the Malaysian IC is
Being caught.
it's being they left. Wow, I said can become a Ukraine soldier. So so it's like very.
It is global world, Prof. It is
Yeah,
money. It's globalized.
I was actually surprised lah also. Okay.
All right, Prof. Thank you. Question. I think we answer most of the questions from our online viewer. We've come to our at the end of the part. Okay. Now, we come to a more interesting question. Prof, what is international trade in geopolitical context, and a more complicated one? Why now we name it as a modern geopolitical context, Prof?
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Okay, now, international trade in a geopolitical context, okay? So, in a simplest way, because, okay, now, let me just reiterate this now, okay? International trade, okay, means exchange of goods and services across national borders, alright? So, that is international trade. But when you put it inside the geopolitical context, there is no longer just the economics. Okay, because geography, and also political. So they combined it, geopolitical. Okay, so it becomes power, influence, strategy. So that's why you remember the tariff that the US imposed on us is actually not so economics. It's not so trade deficit for them.
It's not viable.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually they want to see who actually
submit to them.
yes, submit. No, that's the word. Who actually submit? Yeah, who actually, don't
Willing to
retaliate? Yes,
negotiate after
yes,
one another.
yes. It's actually, guys, it's more than that. It's more than that. So that because it becomes the power, the influence, and also the strategy. Yeah. So in geopolitical sense, trade is used as a tool of diplomacy to build alliance. You see, they want to see who can be. They want to see who can be their ally. Ally to build alliance, deepen partnership, and also a reward friendly nations. Okay, so it can also be a weapon of competition. So using tariff, sanctions, export control, or supply chain dominance to pressure rivals. So that's why ASEAN, okay, if you want to go back to ASEAN, ASEAN is actually a neutrality bloc. Berkecuali, kita berkecuali, neutrality lah kita be. So we don't actually, so we make friends with everybody. We make friends with the US, we make friends with the China, we make friends with the Gulf, we make friends with the India. So we actually neutral lah, neutral. So we actually play safe. It's better play safe, right? So we make friends, okay, we make friends with everybody. So countries to seek secure strategic resources, okay, like energy, semiconductor, food, to ensure national resilience, okay. screen. But when they put but when I try to put the free DeepSeek into the JPEG file, they can summarize the whole thing for you. Right. So that was like, I think earlier this year I tried that. But I'm not sure because the software also the ChatGPT or the DeepSeek is also upgrading, right? Upgrading. Yeah.
They keep upgrading
Yeah, they
themselves.
keep upgrading themselves. So probably now they can. Okay, now they can. Okay. So that is the thing lah. Okay, so now major powers are now using economic policies as political weapons, weapons. So that is the thing lah. Okay, so investors have become more risk averse as each block has different rules and also policies. So global FDI actually fell by nearly 11% in 2024. However, ASEAN remained positive, okay, because the region is seen as neutral and stable, not directly aligned with any power bloc. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, so we are all good. So Malaysia is using the ASEAN platform to advocate for cooperation between blocs rather than confrontation. So that's what we don't want. Confrontation we don't want. So Malaysia's main priorities are the strengthening intra-ASEAN trade, okay, attracting green and digital investment, okay, and also ensuring ASEAN remains a free and also open region. Okay, ASEAN we free and open region. So Zafrul statement. So our minister, okay, Tengku Zafrul statement say that Malaysia view ASEAN as bridge between the world major economic blocs. Okay, not a battlefield for rivalry. Okay, but space for cooperation and also shared growth. So we want to share with everybody. Okay, we want to prosper together. We want to include everybody, and we want to sustain until the end. Okay, so that is what ASEAN wants. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Prof.